Have you ever thought about who would make your healthcare decisions for you in the event that at some point in life you weren't able to make your own healthcare decisions? Any basic estate plan should include elements directed specifically at your healthcare choices, your healthcare wishes, who you want to be your healthcare decision maker, and then facilitating their ability to fulfill their role as your healthcare decision maker. So I'm going to talk about three specific areas that should be covered in any basic estate plan. First, we need to identify who those decision makers are, and they're typically called healthcare agents. These are people that you, in your life, trusted people that you will give authority to, that in the event that you become incapacitated, they would have certain legal authority to make decisions for you, important healthcare related decisions. And so the way that we normally do that is by preparing a document called a healthcare power of attorney. The important things there are identifying those individuals in your life that it will be appropriate to give that authority to. And sometimes we can give authority to multiple people at the same time, and they would come to some consensus or a majority sort of decision as to how to proceed. But more often, we give authority to one individual at a time, and then if that individual is unable to serve for any reason, perhaps they've predeceased you or they're incapacitated themselves, then it would go to the next person on the list, the next priority. And then the healthcare document itself then provides very specific authority, what exactly that you're going to allow your healthcare agent to do on your behalf. It includes all manner of healthcare decisions, from rather routine decisions to more significant decisions, such as important end-of-life decisions. In the event that you find yourself in what we would call an end stage or terminal condition at some point in life and are incapacitated, we want this person to make decisions about the treatment and care that you would receive in that event. The next document we typically call a living will, and a living will is unlike other estate planning documents that have similar names. Unfortunately, living will's name is very similar to living trust. It's also very similar to last will and testament. But let me assure you that a living will is much different. It's really geared toward expressing your wishes in the event that at some point you find yourself in what we would call an end-of-life situation. Again, an end stage or a terminal condition or a persistent vegetative state. Those are all legal terms of art to describe what I would say collectively are end-of-life decisions. And in the event that you find yourself in a position like that at some point in the future and are incapacitated, unable to express your own healthcare wishes, that living will really serves as directions to your healthcare agent that you have named, that decision maker, to allow them to understand what your wishes and your goals were, understanding your priorities and things that you don't want to have happen in those circumstances, most importantly. So it's a very important document to have for that reason. And then finally, we want to make sure that we have an element of our plan that gives not only our healthcare decision makers, but also individuals that we've given other responsibilities, more financial responsibilities. We want to make sure that they have access to certain information about our healthcare that may be important. So if you have a healthcare agent that you've appointed, you want to make sure that they actually are able to communicate with your healthcare providers. There's a federal healthcare privacy law called HIPAA that many people are familiar with. And so generally speaking, healthcare providers are precluded from communicating protected healthcare information to other people other than the patient. It's important that we provide a waiver of that for certain individuals. Again, the people that are in your circle that are most important, that you want to either need the information in order to make an important healthcare or financial decision on your behalf, or otherwise you just want them to have the ability to receive the information directly from your healthcare providers in the event that you're unable to communicate that information to them. So healthcare planning is very important, and it's an essential element of even the most basic estate plan. If you want to learn more about how to establish the healthcare elements of your estate plan, give us a call here at Johnson Law in Annapolis. Thanks for joining us today.